Hello, how are you? So I just want to give you a quick update. The last time you heard from me, I was on my way home from Quartzsite. I left Louisiana in the middle of the night, about 2:30 in the morning, because I wanted to beat some weather and get home and surprise my husband. And it was a surprise. He was expecting me that night. He's back to working a lot. I've hardly seen him. Also, I came home sick. So I did it to myself. I was not drinking enough water, especially the last few days of travel. One, because I didn't want to have to stop and go to the bathroom all the time because, that's what happens when you drink a lot of water. But I had been drinking previously for the last 6 months a ton of water because I have lost a lot of weight. And that's one of the things I do to lose weight. And anyway, the last 2 days, I knew I was dehydrated. I could feel it in my skin. I could, I knew I was. And sure enough, I came home, had a bladder infection, and lost a few days of my life because of that. I actually had a meetup at out on the limb with Kim that I was supposed to go to, and I didn't get to go to that because of being sick. Also, I came home to snow in Florida, which that doesn't happen often, but it was really cold. We did get some snow. We're in North Florida. And I didn't even get to go outside and look at it that much because of not feeling good. So I hibernated for a few days. And then since then, I have been freezing, just freezing. And it's finally starting to warm up. And every time the weather changes, I get energized to change things, to clean things, to redo things. It just how I am. So as I've told you before, we've had a lot of damage on our homestead because of the hurricane. And also this week we had another massacre. We had a fox or a dog dig under our fence and kill about 5 of our chickens. We only have 5 hens left, and 2 of them are 7 years old. So I don't think we're getting any eggs from them, but they've been good girls, and they're, you get to live your life on our homestead. So anyway, and then the next day after that happened, my favorite living bunny died. And it was probably from old age because we don't know how old she was. We were given her by a friend, and they didn't know how old she was. And we've had her 3 years maybe, but she was a great mom, and she had 5 babies. And when we found her, I let the girls out for recess because they're in cages a lot, and I feel bad. So when it's a good day, I put them out in a pen where they can run around and play and get exercise and eat grass if there's live grass. And she had been out at recess a little while, and I looked over in the corner, and her 3 grown babies were all snuggled up next to her. And I told Kenny, who happened to be home that day, I said, I don't think she's breathing. And he goes, yeah, she is. And he went and picked her up, and sure enough, she wasn't breathing. And so that was kind of sad, but that has spurred me on to the fact that I've got to rebuild my chicken coop. I had a really, really nice chicken coop. It was crushed by a humongous oak tree in our backyard during Hurricane Idalia. And then it got more damage from Hurricane Helene. And our greenhouse also was totally destroyed. We had an Amazon greenhouse, which I'm actually going to do a review on sometime because we had that greenhouse for 3 years, and it went through 2 other hurricanes and was perfectly fine. These were just too much for anything to handle. But anyway, because of that, I had been working on rebuilding fences. I did pressure washing because when we rebuilt the fence, we repurposed fence wood, and it had demarcation lines from where it had previously been in other places. So I wanted to pressure wash that. I pressure washed the porch. I think I recorded a little clip of it. I'll show you. I had to take my Christmas decorations down because when I left to go on the trip, it was actually before New Year's Eve. So I came home and of course all the Christmas stuff was still up. So I've been taking that down, and I have another little trip coming up. I actually have 3 little trips this month, which I think we're almost in February. So in February, I have 3 little trips. The first one and the last one, I'm taking the van, but the van is going to be pulling my cargo trailer. And so I'm going to be staying in the cargo trailer. So I've been cleaning out the van, emptying the van, because, you know, I've lived 3 weeks in the desert, and I'm still cleaning that out. I don't know if I'll ever get all the dust out, but anyway, I'm cleaning that out, and I'm also cleaning out the trailer, because the last time we took it out, it was before Christmas, and I had it decorated for Christmas, and now I gotta wash the sheets and clean it all up and get it ready for these trips. But anyway, I've just been going and going and going. I have decided I will try and rebuild the homestead as much as I can, but it's gonna be baby steps. I'm doing what I can when I can. I'm not gonna put any kind of pressure on myself, because I am 61 years old, and you know, I built a lot of it several years ago when I wasn't 61 years old. And then, so what else? Oh, also during my trip, I told you that it was my 6-month anniversary of my wellness journey and subsequent weight loss. And I didn't know how much I weighed because I was in my van and I couldn't weigh. Well, I came home and I have hit the 50-pound mark, and I'm really super excited about that. None of my clothes fit. I actually went to, we live in a little town. We don't have a lot of stores, but we have a Bell's Outlet that I call my mall. And I just told Kenny the other day, I said, I really just want to go try on clothes to see. I don't even know what size shirt I wear, because in July I was wearing 2X's and 1X's. The 2X's were always big on me. I don't think I really was a 2X, but I didn't like anything. I wanted to hide everything. So I wore them big and blousey, I guess. And so now they're really big on me. They look like tents. So we went to Bell's Outlet, and Kenny was with me, and I picked about 11 shirts off out of the mediums. I thought, well, I'll start with the mediums. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's so tiny. That's just no way it's going to fit. And I told him, I said, this is tiny. They're not going to fit. And I took him in the dressing room, and he was there to see how they looked, and everyone fit. Every single one of them fit. And I cried. I literally cried happy tears in the dressing room, because I don't remember the last time I've been a medium. I'm busty. I nursed a lot of children, and I've just been that way since I had my babies. And anyway, it was a really good surprise. But today I have to go out of town, because we do live in a small town, and I have to go find out what size pants I wear, because my jeans and my leggings and my yoga pants are falling off of me. And I do order a lot. I'm an Amazon shopper. I mean, Amazon loves me. But I don't even know what size to wear. So I need to go and actually try on jeans and see what size I wear. I have a feeling I should be wearing 10s, but some of my 10, like I just got a pair of 10 dress pants a month ago for church, and they're already too big. So I may be in 8s now. I don't know. But anyway, I have not lost any more weight since I've been home, probably because of the being sick. I'm still not drinking the water that I was drinking before, and I'm really trying to work on that. But so I've just been busy. I'm prepping for my next trip. I'm cleaning out the cargo trailer, cleaning out the van, working on the homestead a little bit, putting away Christmas decorations. I have a mantle above my fireplace that I have quilts made for every season of the year, so I'll probably put up the Valentine one, although by the time I get that up, it'll be time to take it down. But that's just how I am. It's kind of the focal point of our house, and I just like that. I combine my desire to decorate and my quilting all together into one thing. So anyway, I didn't want to be this wordy, but I haven't talked to you in a while, so I'm going to just post a couple of clips of what's going on here and go ahead and post this. And then the closer I get to the next trip, we'll be talking more about the trip. But I just wanted to catch you up on what is going on and say hi and thank you for being here. And thank you all who followed me on my journey to Quartzsite and told me that you felt like you were in the passenger seat with me, because that's exactly what I was wanting. I wanted you to experience the changes in the scenery and the weather and the geography, and I'm so glad that you told me those things, and I appreciate you being here, and I'll talk to you later. Trying to recover from 2 hurricanes. This is the fence that I built 95% by myself, and it survived 2 hurricanes. Part of it, we're rebuilding it. We've got to do the gate, and then we had construction work where we worked on our trailer, and now we cleaned off the back porch last week, but this really needs a pressure washing. I kind of want to beat the springtime because I have a little bit of travel plans coming, and I love pressure washing. It's like painting because it just makes such a difference so quickly. So we had some furniture back here that got messed up by the hurricane, and this gazebo got messed up by the hurricane, so we moved it. I'm going to try to find a new cover for it. Oh, it's decided to work by itself. How wonderful. There's my 2 gardens out there that got messed up, and there's our chicken coop that got clobbered, and around the corner is our greenhouse that actually survived 2 hurricanes, and then the last hurricane took it out, but I'll show pictures of that later. But anyway, this is the before of the back porch. That's some furniture I need to put together that I want to put out here after I get done pressure washing. And I'm afraid that the previous owner had painted this concrete, and I've already repainted it once, and that never works because it lifts up. So probably after I pressure wash it, it's going to be lifting, and I'm going to have to come up with some kind of coverage to do. But right now I've just got to clean it. I just can't stand how it looks anymore. So that's the before. Hello. I know. You've already eaten, but I'll feed you again. Hey, Bun Buns. Hello. Those 3 white girls there, it was their mama that passed away last week. And she also has 2 boys that aren't out here right now, but they're solid black, so it's kind of funny. But they're the sweetest bunnies. Yes, they are. She was the sweetest bunny. She was by far the friendliest bunny we had. I have not been in the camper since I left to go to Arizona. And I had to take a bunch of stuff out of here to put in the van, and I knew I left it in a rack, and I did. So, because I have a meetup that I'm going to be using the camper with, I need to get this straightened up and get it un-Christmasied for one thing. But I got my work cut out. So after our last chicken massacre, we decided to take the most current eggs and incubate them. We may have waited too late because these eggs have been out a few days, but we just want to see if any of them will hatch so that we can get some more chickens, but also have them from the descendants of the chickens that we lost. We're just kind of sentimental that way. We are not hardcore homesteaders. We don't eat our chickens. We do eat the eggs. And if something ever happened and we needed to eat chickens, we'd have to trade with our friends, and you eat our chickens and we'll eat your chickens because we're softies. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that we do have a full incubator, and we'll know in 21 days whether or not that works.